Call the member for Upper Hunter.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to again highlight a particular issue which is important to Singleton in my area, in the Upper Hunter electorate, along with many other areas across the Hunter and New South Wales, indeed Australia, and that is the management of flying fox colonies. On Sunday, I was very happy to attend a protest rally supporting the residents of Singleton to take back Burdekin Park. And at the outset, I would like to congratulate Councillor Ruth Rogers, Melinda Grant, Lee Pearce, Donna Saunders and Kelly Knight, the organisers of the protest. It was very successful in terms of its attendance. Hundreds of people turned up. It received wide media coverage through TV, radio and newspapers Australia-wide. And the reason I suspect that it did receive such attention from the media is because this issue, whilst highlighting the importance of the issue for Burdekin Park and Singleton, is a much wider issue and points to the absolute unnecessary red tape at both a state and federal level, and this needs to be dealt with sooner rather than later. We also had in attendance Mr Andrew McIntyre, the Regional Manager for the Office of Environment and Heritage, and I was pleased to see him there. I had a chat to him about the restrictions and how is it fair that the Singleton Council in this particular case, as the land owners and therefore land managers of the flying fox colony here, they are responsible, yet they've got to do it with effectively both their hands tied behind their back, and it makes it near impossible to take any effective measures to be able to manage flying fox colonies. Flying foxes, we know, are a protected species. They are listed as vulnerable under the Commonwealth Environment Protection and Biodiversity Conservation Act 1999, and since that has happened, since the previous federal government back in 1999 got involved in such matters, it has made it nigh impossible for land managers, in this particular case the Singleton Council, to be able to effectively deal with what is might be a protected native species, but is quite often seen as an absolute utter pest in urban areas. Burdekin Park is a relatively small area, but currently the estimated numbers of bats are around 20,000. Relatively small area in so much as it could be a couple of acres maybe. It is meant, there's a wonderful war memorial there for many, many years, and a military museum there in the park. For many, many years, Anzac Day services and other military services have been held there, but have not been able to be held there for a number of years now. In fact, the bats have been in Burdekin Park since 2000 and are only growing in numbers. Despite attempts in past years using high levels of noise when they come back to roost in the morning, that has been unsuccessful. Despite attempts to relocate the colony, that has been unsuccessful. The federal government has knocked back previously attempts by council to be able to lock trees, saying that somehow that is not an acceptable management practice. Well, it's gotten to the point now where it must become an acceptable management practice because they are killing the park, they are killing the trees. The park could be developed into something so wonderful for the future of the Singleton community. And on that basis, I said at the protest, and I'll reiterate here in the House, that given the bureaucratic processes that have effectively created a situation where council cannot effectively deal with the management of this particular colony, then I think it's only fair that the state and federal government look to consider providing some funding to the Singleton Council to be able to take back Burdekin Park. Thank you.
I think the member for Upper Hunter.